Hello everybody, welcome back to How to Tankard. Today we're going to be teaching you how to use the good old standard Plundering Guild faction. Plundering Guild faction is a very versatile faction with a lot of removal cards to make sure that you have complete control of the board. Well, without further ado, I think it's time we get into it.
Let's
Cheers.
do it. Cheers.
Now, don't forget, as I stated before, we're going to be teaching you about the Plundering Guild starting deck. We hope this video will be very informative on your first beginning battles of the Plundering Guild. Now, because we already went over the bare basics of the regular battlefield, we'll just be going straight into information about the cards itself that belong to the Plundering Guild starting deck. Now, we're just going to start by playing a normal Auralist Healer. The main goal of this deck is to maintain control of the board and have a lot of powerful minions on the board for yourself. And there are plenty of ways to do that, some of which including, because of the cards that you have in here, a lot of them are oriented to help you bulk the cards in your hand. Because, don't forget, the primary faction zone of the Plundering Guild is your hand. We'll go over all the primary faction zones when we get to each respective deck. Now, we may end our turn and continue the game. The weapon carrier himself, he buffs all of the cards in your hand by 1 health. You can upgrade him for a coin, which you get every single turn, and respectively based on what cards sometimes give them. For instance, the Wealth Pummel or the Dead or Alive. That can give you more coins. Here, I'm going to play the Wealth Pummel, which lets me gain a coin, and then however many coins I have allows me to deal damage to a minion, whether that be your own or an opponent's. Here's a warning, just use it on the opponents. Unless you have a deck that is specifically made to sacrifice your own guys and to make sure that they become more powerful because of it, do not use it on your own minions. Trust me on that one. Now we're just going to simply end our turn and proceed with such battle. Oh, stupid. Didn't need that anyway. So as you can see here, he's playing a different faction. He's now pushing against me. These minions, what I most recommend, if they are 1/1 minions or very low attack, low health minions, keep them for cannon fodder. Keep them for defense. They will be much more useful in defense than they will be attacking. I'm going to play another spell here. It is called Dead or Alive. It deals 2 damage to a creature of my choice. If it dies, I gain 2 coins. Now I can upgrade it to make it deal 4 damage instead of 2 for 2 coins. But if I do that, I will not be gaining any coin. Just back what I spent. So, what should I use it on? Should I use it on the goblin that he can spawn in abundance? Or should I use it on the trap draw stump that has taunt and has a special effect? If you chose the trap draw stump, that was given to you very easily, but you got it correct. I used a gun. Now, I can play the regular old eager farmer. That's a solid attacker right there. He's good at attacking, he's good at defending, he's really good, but he is cheap and he does not offer much in utility. Now, the card that he played right there, he played Sudden Onslaught. We will explain more on that card when we get to its respective video in the Monsters Right Association. For now, I'm going to continue playing cards. This card is a special card of Fireball. When I throw it, it deals damage based on the mana cost, in which it is normally 4. It deals 4 damage to the person I throw it at, and it deals 2 damage to the people on the side of it. So this would be good against somebody like the Slime Prospector he put down, which is a 2/5, but it won't kill it. So you should really always try and focus on killing the most minions possible rather than killing the strongest minion. Of course, there are obviously going to be some exceptions to that. And now I can push forward my eager farmer without fear, because if he wants to defend it, he's going to be using the slime prospector to do it. But smart on him, he didn't. But now he gets to place down minions. That is a legendary card called Germ, former Taskmaster. We'll go over him in the respective video. I now got another weapons carrier. And because I didn't play my other previous cards, I can play that now, and this guy becomes super powerful. Instead of being a 5/3, 4 cost, he now still costs 4, but now has 7 attack and can protect himself against a heavy damager. And now I can once again push forward my eager farmer without fear, but I'll just be getting rid of a useless slime on his front. But he brings back Mr. Improvised Mech, which is special in its own right, and we'll go over it when the time comes. He killed my minion free of charge because that was the guy's ability. Deal 1 damage to a minion, and then just wham it. Just give it to attack, you know? I'm gonna play Gate Guardian. Fairly simple card, usually used for defense. Guardian is the normal one. Territorial Dove. It is normally a 1/2 card with 2 cost mana. It has flight, which means it can only be defended by other creatures with flight or ranged. So if you buff it up a little bit, it'll become very threatening because they can't defend it. Now, I can push forward my Eagle Farmer again while getting rid of either his 1/3 or his 1/1 slime. If he's smart about it, he'll use the 1/1 slime. But I should also save the Orcish Explorer for such cases where I'd need it in defending a strong attacked creature. Like if they were to throw out Gurm, I could one-shot it easily. But that also means it's a little bit of cannon fodder. So it's very much a glass cannon. Don't use a slime deck, man. Come on, don't do it.
Oh, this ain't a slime deck, my friend.
Okay, so I'm going to play a card called Paladin of Orlus. It gives armor to 3 other friendly creatures until the end of the turn. Or I can upgrade it for 4 coins. It is the most expensive card that you can upgrade in the Plundering Guild.
Very worth it,
and
though.
It won't remove the effect. So if I were to, place him down and then give my guys 3 times, armored means the first time they attack, the first time that they are damaged when attacking, they will not take damage. So this is very useful for piercing through defenses if they don't want to take heavy damage. Right now, it would be smart to push forward these 3 and keep this guy for defense. Because now he has to defend 3 minions or take heavy damage. He's defending his minions, all right, but he's taking damage in the meantime. And he can't defend at all. There is a downside with the starter decks. A lot of the cards in it are very cheap. So later in the game, you'll start running out of cards in your hand. Make sure to keep this in mind. You don't have to use every single card you can in one turn. Here's something to keep in mind. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it. Keep that in mind. It's a very useful tip. And oh my god, I looked away for 3 seconds.
That's how it goes in this game. When you're inexperienced, you can look away for 3 seconds and chaos breaks loose.
Yeah, you're damn right. Anyways, I can now place down Pickpocket of Tamarel. He is a 2-cost card that on entrance gives me 2 coins. But I can enhance him and give him 2 attack and 1 health for 2 coins. And the entrance effect still persists, so I can continue getting back those 2 coins. So it's basically just a check to see if I have 2 coins. And if I do, I'll get it right back. And keep in mind, you can, if you have flight, Keep pushing it if they don't have ranged or flight, because that's free damage every turn because they cannot defend it. With that in mind, Adventure, you're going to need it on your Drabbles. Keep in mind, you can defend the same creature multiple times in one turn. Which means, if you have plenty of cannon fodder creatures to take out a bigger creature, you can and probably should do that. Because he just took out my 7/3 that was very useful. Oh no. Come on, man. He placed down Acidic Overlord, which we'll go over that in its respective video. But for now, you can try and guess what it does. Yeah, that's what it does. Bullshit.
Yeah, it does this.
Yeah, we'll make an Ooze deck video eventually. That happens. So basically, I now have to Hail Mary this and say good luck to me. That's what's got to happen now. I have very few cards to play, and I have a... You gotta let me win this.
Do I really have to, though?
Yes. But now you can see he can push forward.
Do the people really care about the demonstration or the theatrics? I don't even know what that question was.
But now, I have to spend plenty of my minions just defending his minions, or else they get more and more powerful by the minute. I must get lucky here if I wish to win this game. I did not get lucky here. I can only but push forward. This card, it gives a random creature in my hand 1/1, which can be very useful early game. And I can upgrade it for 1 coin to give to 2 creatures. And oh my god, they're more powerful. Yeah, don't look away in this game. You're going to miss a lot. But now I can use this on this guy, which now buffs him for 1/1. And this guy specifically, when I push him forward, he has armored and he has taunt. Taunt means he has to be targeted. He cannot be targeted by anything else. When blocked, give a random creature in my hand 1/1. I can enhance it to give it armored for 2 coins, which is very useful. Because now they have to attack it when defending, or, take 6 damage along with all of the other minions. Plundering Guild be a very
Torch Carrier is
powerful deck
quite
if
an
you make
annoying card.
Yeah, but you can also just be taken down by plenty of different cards. It's problematic.
Do you mind if I Hail Mary this?
Go for it. So that card was Wings of Fury. Shut up. That card was Wings of Fury. Which means every single one of his minions, oh my dear god, they all gain 2 attack and 1 health for 1 turn. What he's saying, show the deck to the camera, Mr. Blake. Mr. Blake is showing that I will be experiencing what this deck says right now. That and being absolutely scared because this is oh my god.
You're lucky I didn't have 8 creatures in my reserves at this point because they all would have had flight.
I'm so lucky that you're totally deciding to put Mercy on me in a beginner's guide video. So now that I'm defending, I'm going to have to very strategically think about what I'm going to have to defend if I want to keep my life. And holy hell, do I not have a lot of wiggle room here. What the heck?
I think you already blocked with it.
Alright. This guy. You're really going to want to defend what that creature can still live by. Because if they full push like this, I can still take some damage. But I can also push back with force as well. I won't be too strong if I do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 damage. I'll be 1 short. Oh crap, I have to defend.
Yeah, you're.
No, damn it! I already defended that guy.
Oh dear. You know there's a 9 right here, right?
Yeah.
Good night.
Now, keep in mind, you probably shouldn't talk with the camera all too much, because then you'll figure out that you don't have a... Well, this is defeat for me, lads. This has been a very... would you call this educational? I'd call this educational. But keep in mind,
also quite hilarious.
Not every game... Shut up. Anyways, so, don't forget that...
You have to admit it was a bit funny. Yes, we could do that, Blake.
Oh yeah, also don't forget that you're not gonna win every single game. You're gonna lose a couple games.
Video, being good takes practice.
And don't forget, every loss is a learning experience. This has been Cards Tankard, signing off for now. Cheers.